These are known as a mercantile. Shaking the Tree, 16 Golden Greats Remastered, Games Without Frontier, Peter Gabriel. The song is Games Without Frontiers. All right, so if I make president, I would stress cashless business with stressing the US dollar as a digital dollar, which will change its worth. And possibly there can be such a thing as a government dollar, which would be a fraction of a cost for someone to use, but there's more security in using it because it's governed by the government. So meaning it's secured by government policy, and it would be a digital US dollar, and it goes in all denominations, all the way up from 1, 5, 10, 20, 50, and 100, and maybe even larger bills like 1,000, since it would be digital. Now, it could process quicker, possibly because you'd have a higher denomination. 1,000 would be there. And this would be tied to business, so it would eliminate possibly what's known as a sweatshop, right? Because we'd be able to monitor our digital cash as a government. Now, I want to tie this into something that's very important. I think government institutions, similar as OSHA, if you ever heard of OSHA, institutions like that would also be stepped up and policy to watch over workers and management behavior to make sure that we have more equality in the workplace. Also, people that do have academia would be able to call upon the government, and there would be a stipend or possibly an increase in their pay when they have to take on a job that lowers the amount that they have to pay. I know it sounds crazy. I believe in this. Let's say if someone has a doctorate and they're working at McDonald's, they'd actually be able to apply the government to increase their wage, because they'd be able to bring knowledge to McDonald's from their academia. What that means is that it would stress people going to school in college and learning education. Now this would be, they'd be paid by the government, not by the corporation. This could also bring in almost like earned income credit, but for people that have education, they'd be able to apply to the government. So say if they got a simple job, like let's say 7-Eleven, and they have a doctorate or they have a bachelor's, they would be able to inform the government that they are educated and that they have a bachelor's, and that they would up their pay a little bit through a program. That way we would have more of an inclusion in regular workplace, and not a big separation between academia and the blue collar worker, or what you would call the servant, or maybe even the slave. So this would bring more inclusion into society, and we can all do this with using the US digital dollar, and it can be monitored, so our behavior would be monitored more so. Now, I also mentioned something about karma points and stuff. This can be help. For example, this man right here, he'd be able to show proof of his work either from that camera or from somewhere, and he would be able to gain karma points by the government and be paid for this work that he's doing for 7-Eleven, and it would be qualified work. That means basically this: if I was president, if you want to work, then you will work, and you will be paid a better wage through using technology on your side to monitor your good behavior, to be paid in a fair, just way. Okay? Those are actually the city bikes that you rent. They have Fort Worth on them. I want to show you. Yeah, so they actually, you can rent them for a certain amount of time. It's pretty cool. Okay, since I'm only doing this for energy for the rest of the night, and I'll try some of these think bars too. You can get 2 for $5. But right now, let's go to the Cliff Bar and see what we're dealing with. Actually, I might go over to a 1 bar. Let me look at the sugar on it. Total carbs, 7 grams of fat. Sugar's at 17. Okay. So on your Cliff Bar, you have 17 on sugars. These are actually really tasty. These are known as a 1 bar. Right here, I used to get these quite a bit. Let's look at the sugars. Wow, these are actually superb. This is 1 gram of sugar. Let me look at something else. 20 grams of protein. We're going with 1 today. So this has like a donut flavor. Oh, I haven't seen this one though. Yeah, this is a coconut flavor with same amount, low sugar.
Coke or Cassavetes, that's in your large one. Thank you. Welcome.
So they're going off at 9. It's quite a fun bike ride on Fort Worth City bikes. All right, advertising 1. Which is basically 1 gram of sugar. So if you're cutting back and watching the weight. When I was very little, I met Richard Simmons. I know Richard Simmons has passed away. My mom used to work for Richard Simmons at the Richard Simmons Health Club. I believe it was in Arlington. He came in a limousine and I got to meet him. He was very energetic and cared about people. Okay, this is 28 grams of protein and 1 gram of sugar. It does have calcium, 10%. So you're dealing with 147 milligrams of calcium, potassium 2%, and phosphorus, it's got 15%. So there's dietary fiber at 3%. The sodium's at 5%, so it's low sodium. And then the cholesterol's down as 3%, so it's 10 milligrams of cholesterol, and it's 240 on calorie count. So about 20 calorie counts higher than the Snickers. But this is 1, and I think these are some of the most tasty. I'm surprised I haven't switched over sooner. I went through Snickers for quite a bit of time. So we're gonna try 1. This is the coconut flavor, I believe. Coconut almond bliss. It does taste like coconut. These are one of the most tasty. I really like them. They're not as chewy as the Snickers though. All right, we'll get to the play. Remember, if you want, this November, if you want to go third party, it's safe to just put down the New Liberty Party. You don't have to put down my name or anything. I want to sell or I at least want to let people know about, I want to promote the New Liberty Party. So it's a new party. And it's for justice, It's for equality. It's for the poverty-stricken. It's for the homeless, the displaced, the mentally ill. It's for what I call God's army. And God's army is indestructible. To you and I, they're helpless, but to God, they're conquerors. And we can work together with inclusion. We can work together with hope. And we can give everybody reassurance to know that it's okay to have faith in your heart. It's okay to believe. It's okay to believe that we can make this country a good place again. A place that cares about other people. And that charity and love is unstoppable. Now, when I mean charity, I mean what you can give. If it's you, your service, your time, your language, your culture, money, work, anything that you want to give is charity, as long as you do it with love in your heart. You go on hope. That's where we go in the end. We go on hope. And we use love and charity along the way to help that hope grow. All right? I'm Cole Spivey. I approve of this message for the New Liberty Party. All right, I know, dirty shoes. I got it.
Bags?
Where did I get the what?
Bags.
Shh.
Bags.
Oh, so I took the shoes off, so no dirty shoes right now.
Thank you.
Put them over here. Kind of over here. Where's Kitty?
It's in the window.
Oh, Kitty's in the window? How much is that kitty in the window? Oh, he's in the window. Do you want to stay on the window for a while? We can hear you purring. All right. Oh, he's interested. You want to get down and show off? Show off in the vlog? Show how pretty you are? This pretty kitty. I'll fix it in a minute. All right. We got to get to that play. Play. Jonathan Spivey welcomes you to the writing of I'm using this software known as Final Draft. All right, so we're gonna open it up. We are gonna eventually do an edit on a monologue for political correctness. Eventually, I wrote more of the I guess you could call it the subtext rather than the actual text in one monologue. When they get a hold of this puppy, they'll know what I'm talking about. I didn't mean any harm by it. I had to think like Ash, and he was very angry in one scene. Now, we're gonna find where we left off and implant from this journal, which I think I used kind of the Spiritus Mundi to write it, and take that and bring it into text, which is, you know, typing. So we're taking it and we're typing it. Trying to stick to this as much as we can. And then there. Wow, it's actually working pretty good tonight. This is Grace A.K. Ware Vlog, which is a screenplay. It'll pass through that and it'll land right onto the play. Here we go, we're in the play right now. And what my method is, or what I do, is I write the scene at hand and then I do a whole scroll and then we perform the scene through a reading. Okay guys, we're talking about the latch. We changed it. On the front door is a security door. Okay, on the front door is a security door lock swing bar. On the front door is a security door lock swing bar. Okay. So we're just getting more descriptive. On the front door is a security door lock swing bar latch. That is referred to a few times in this next scene. We're going to see that. On the front door's interior frame. On the front door's interior frame is a security door lock swing bar latch. There is an attached wooden screen door with a metal hook and eye. That will come up later in the play. All right, welcome to It's a play in 2 acts written by Cole Spivey. And we are going to go ahead and scroll. Feel free to pause the screen, read what you like. It has a very cartoony opening, or it could be real. It's just David Bowie on the TV screen, and we're introduced to a cat named Edmund, an alcoholic lady named Sniffles, also known as Snickles. There's a copyright Nazi. I wanted to go up real quick on the copyright Nazi. I spelled it. How did I spell copyright Nazi? Yeah, with a W. And I think I'm going to keep this misspelling of the copyright Nazi. So in order to signify that it's misspelled, we're going to do it like that. Mr. Copyright Nazi. So it's actually misspelled. And businesses do that sometimes. The copyright Nazi is actually misspelled on purpose. I'm going to leave it that way for a reason. Then we have Ash and Sniffles. Ash is just a writer. It's kind of, the play is kind of a dream play in his mind and somewhat a memory play. At times it's realistic, and then it goes back into like a dream, vaudevillian almost style. Very similar to Waiting for Godot at times. There is a cat that's under every scene. Now, the cat's not always seen, so it's up to the director where the cat's going to be. I might add a thing called a whale shark tunnel toy where the cat can crawl in, but I am going to have the cat condo. So for right now, we're safe to just start off the play right now. We'll just have a cat condo. If we do add any other toys, because there's beauty in simplicity. So the cat condo is enough for him to hide in. So more than likely, the cat would be in the cat condo, maybe under the couch, maybe behind the couch. Now, there is a note for the cat to be played by 3 different methods. One method is just to basically use let's say a person to play the cat, like in the musical Cats, okay? But this is not a musical. There's music in it, though. There's a moment where he plays guitar and sings, and there's dance, too, a little bit. So the cat can be played by a person, or the cat can be played by, the cat can be invisible, so they mime the cat. And then let's say one night, a different night, they can try using a real cat. So when you buy tickets for the play, it'd be like, well, I want to go the night where there's a person playing the cat. And that person would be, I don't know, Ella Fanning. I'm just throwing a name out there. Because these could be played by different actors. And then, like, let's say another night, someone calls in to buy a ticket at the box office. I'd like to go when the cat's invisible. So you'd go and you see, they'll mime the cat. And then there'd be another option for you could go to the play and they would say, well, I'd like to buy a ticket for a night when there is a real cat. I'd like to see a production with a real cat. and then that would be a trained cat they'd bring in. Okay, we're about to do a scene. There's Kitty just stretching out. There's Linda.
Hi.
We're having this type of food. It's like a chicken, rice. See if we can get the light in there a little bit. That looks pretty good. Did you microwave it?
No, the chicken was already cooked, so I reheated it up.
Cool.
Rice I put in a stove.
And what did Kitty get?
He helped me make the rice.
Meow. Here, Kitty, play with this.
That's the Lord for the food.
Thank you, Lord, for the food. There you go, Kitty. Mine's over here. Oh, we get to watch the news about Pennsylvania.